Thank you very much for your blessings in the form of comments. That obviously is making my days wonderful. Recent days, one thing that disturbed me drastically, and in fact, every day I keep reading about this person's death. Yes, you guys guessed me rightly, Sushant Singh Rajput. A multifaceted personality who had clear mindset, who rightly identified his talents, his interest, his vision. Taking such an extreme step, in fact, put me into great depression. Look at some of his quotes on the screen. Is it not something that is talking about his ingenuity, strongness, and his thoughtful decisions? I still couldn't believe that this drama happened. However, this made my mind to do this video. Where Shashanth failed. His IQ level is cool, but why did he fail? I strongly believe he isn't emotionally intelligent. Of course, it's my thought process and it may sound different too for different people. This death deeply conveyed me a message of being a responsible parent. We should take each and every step to mold an emotionally intelligent child. This is going to be this video discussion. Before we go ahead and speak about various tips and tricks, let me just brief you about what is emotional intelligence in a nutshell. To understand this, let me just give you a short story or an incident. Very unfortunate incident, however, it helps you to build strong knowledge on emotional intelligence. Assume that you're traveling with your family comprising of three members: father, mother, and a 10-year-old daughter. One point of time, unfortunately, the car is being struck very hard by another vehicle and the father is spot dead. Mother is completely helpless, couldn't do anything and she is crying. A child sitting next to her do not notice this mother's crying as she was still busy with her video games. Sounds too much, but what I mention here is an extreme condition. At many times, many instances, our kids fails to understand why are you crying, fighting, why are we happy? It makes no meaning for them as their life is totally different. This may not happen in every family, but it do happen. Why such behavior among kids? Another view in the same situation. The kid isn't consoling the mother, but she understands that she is responsible for every happening after that and she takes every step to get her father and mother home and performing every custom without shedding a single tear. Can we call this child as emotionally intelligent? According to me, both the behavior of the child is not being emotionally intelligent. If a child understands her feelings as well as the other's feelings, surrounding her only makes up an emotionally intelligent child and takes decision without disturbing anyone as well as themselves emotionally is what makes up an emotionally intelligent child. Bringing up a next generation without understanding human values and teaching them to learn as selfish shouldn't be the responsibility of any parent. We need to provide an emotionally intelligent child as a parent. It's our duty. Let's get started with our tips and tricks. Tip number 1: understand your kids' feeling. Every one of us are so busy these days. These days, most of the house demands both parent working. We spend very less time with our kids. Whenever you are spending time with your kids, make sure you give some time to decode some of their feelings and rightly identify if their emotions towards a particular incident is right. Do not practice the time with your kids as a time for doing homework. How can we do that or how do I do it? I am a professor by profession and always needs to build up stories to make both the kids at home as well as at college to make their learning lovely and fruitful. This is the same technique I use to understand my daughter's feeling. A small example, I say like this. Today, you know what happened? One of my students at my class came with a open, very disturbing hairstyle. I called her personally and said, "This isn't the hairstyle for college." As soon as I said this, she saw me as a stupid character. I could make out that she felt that I'm taking up her independence. Then my daughter asked, "What did you do, Mama, then?" I replied nothing. I smiled at her, and for the next class, I went with the same hairstyle of hers and showed how irritating that hairstyle was. She understood what I meant and came to me, Mama, and informed that she couldn't understand what you felt, ma'am. And also, I do not know how to react when you said that. Then, immediately my daughter said, "Mama, like this I also felt even with my teacher, and now I know what my teacher would have felt." Very simple to convey some feelings to like, caring, hatred, and never mind to correct mistakes. Like this, I listen most of her stories about every incident she does with friends, grandparents, etc. and able to try to understand what feelings she felt. Sometimes I even noticed she don't even know how to label her feeling. As a parent, take your responsibility to label each of her feeling and getting her comforted with each and every feeling. Do try it. If we do this rightly, child becomes emotionally intelligent. Tip number 2. Negative feelings. These days, most of us feel that our children will start feeling insecure, helpless, and restless when they get exposed to negative emotions. Exposing negative emotions equally only can make an emotionally intelligent child. If a child is well motivated to handle negative thoughts, they will not go and take an extreme step in their life. So, it's we parents should teach them to understand negative feelings do exist in the world and we need to accept and come out from it. For example, many times when your child is alone, if she says she's getting bored, she will never enjoy the things that she can do alone. Self understanding is something she might miss throughout her lifetime. Teach that loneliness isn't a negative emotion. We can do many more things even at this negative emotion. Jealousy should be decoded well. I recently saw a Tamil movie named Penguin, a horror movie that again showed best example. If we don't address negative emotion, entire life is negative. To show this, what can we do? Small things do make a lot of difference. So, how affectionate with your siblings? Show that you aren't jealousy about your sibling. Give your partner his own time and take your own time. Teach your child the beauty of being alone. Like this, so many emotions, of course, cannot give example for each and every feeling. However, I give you an understanding that negative emotion play a vital role in building an emotionally intelligent child. Tip number 3. Problem solving. Being emotionally intelligent means getting out and solve a problem not only using IQ but also emotionally. A small instance where my first daughter gets a gold medal in her science Olympiad and my younger one got a participation certificate in the same. My elder daughter's happiness shouldn't affect my younger one. How do I take care of this? Simple. Pay attention to younger one and make your elder understand that in this situation your sister is hurted. Keep your happiness with you to comfort her. This is the way you can teach her being emotional intelligent. Most of the children face breakup as a major issue as they grow up. Make them understand by taking two examples by dealing positively and dealing negatively and make them understand. Discuss and help them to make right decision. Being a well nurtured emotional parent, convey your emotions, understand your child emotions, list out the essentialities of life, explain them what is greatness in life would make up an emotionally intelligent child. Do comment and share if the contents hold good. Let's work towards building responsible generation. Thank you.